Good evening and thanks for joining us on Valley News Live at 10. I'm Ethan Kramer. Well, earlier this evening, multiple crews responded to a structure fire in West Fargo. When crews arrived on scene, they were unable to enter the building because of an electrical energized fire. Valley News Team's Harrison Prey joins us from the scene with all the details. Harrison.
Yeah, Ethan, it's a much quieter scene here at 301 7th Street Northwest in West Fargo, where a commercial structure fire took place Saturday evening. And multiple different fire departments were on scene, and when crews arrived, like you had mentioned, they were not able to enter the building because, from what I was told, this was an electrical energized fire. Fire crews weren't able to work on the fire until Xcel Energy turned the power off. Now I was able to talk to West Fargo Fire Deputy Chief Tom Clark, who detailed some of the challenges that their crew faced when it came to combating the fire.
Just that once it gets into the ceiling and the roof, and it's sometimes hard to track down, but the real problem there was it was an energized building, and until we could get that down, we really couldn't do what we needed to do. Once we had that power killed, we were able to enter and knock the flames down.
The cause of the fire is still under investigation, and the cost and damages is yet to be determined. There were no injuries, according to West Fargo Fire Department. In West Fargo, Harrison Prey, Valley News Live.
Sounds good. Thank you, Harrison. Well, a pair of horses being hauled in a trailer were killed in a crash Friday morning at the intersection of Highway 83 and 23. According to the North Dakota Highway Patrol, a 34-year-old woman was driving a pickup truck hauling a stock trailer with 3 horses around 7:15 a.m. A 20-year-old man driving a van on Highway 23 failed to yield at the intersection and struck the truck. The pickup driver suffered minor injuries and was taken to Trinity Hospital for treatment. According to patrol, the van driver was not hurt. The 2 horses died at the scene, and the 3rd was transported away from the crash site. Well, the Cass County Sheriff's Office has begun the use of the Flock Safety Platform. It includes automatic license plate readers and high-definition cameras to assist law enforcement. Cass County Sheriff Jesse Johnner says his office is proposing to place readers and a camera in Horace and Castleton. The Sheriff's Office is inviting the Horace community to attend the City Council meeting on March 17th at 6 p.m. where information on the system will be shared, and the Sheriff's Office will answer any questions or concerns. A similar meeting will be held in Castleton at a time and place yet to be determined. Well, a Fargo man suffered injuries after a crash on Interstate 94 just after 1 in the morning Saturday. 35-year-old Levia Adrian was traveling westbound on Interstate 94 when he entered the ditch, hitting median cables. Adrian suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Minnesota State Patrol says alcohol was not involved in the crash. Adrian was taken to St. Cloud Hospital. Well, the Fargo Public Library hosts a read-in Saturday afternoon for people of all ages to join. The event is one of many that's been happening statewide, aimed at legislation about a bill that would require school districts and public libraries to remove books that are sexually explicit in an area not easily accessible by minors.
It's great that people are concerned about what their kids are seeing and that things be appropriate for them. But I also think that kids that are those ages where they have to be so cautious about that, their parents are going to be in here with them.
The director of the Fargo Public Library says that one of his pushbacks on the bill is that the language itself is very broad and vague. Well, shifting gears, this Saturday was sunny and mild, and tomorrow will be warmer still. However, we have a few first little weather days on the horizon. For more on that, how long this warm weather is going to be here, let's send things over to First Alert Storm Team meteorologist Joseph Williams. Joseph.
That's right. We have added a First Alert weather day for today. We don't just have one for next weekend because we're tracking some rain, snow, and wind. We have one for this coming Monday because we're looking at strong winds and a fire risk due to low humidity as well. Thankfully, though, we're not seeing any first alert related weather. We're looking at a temperature of 31 in Grand Forks. Clear skies for tonight. Temperatures in the upper 20s to mid 30s across the rest of our region. Our satellite and radar showing mostly clear skies. Pretty quiet night ahead of us. Heading into tonight, we're looking at mostly cloudy skies with temperatures staying in the 30s heading into tonight. But we do warm up into the 50s tomorrow and 50s to low 60s on Monday. But again, the real story is those first alert weather days, and I will go over all that in your first alert forecast.
Sounds good. Thank you, Joseph. Well, it's time to spring forward because daylight saving time is in just a few hours. We'll turn our clocks ahead 1 hour at 2 a.m. This means we'll lose an hour of sleep. The annual seasonal change event brings longer days and shorter nights. Arizona now is the only state that does not participate. We can expect to fall back on November 2nd. Well, the House unveiled a stopgap measure to keep the government funded. The bill could avert a looming government shutdown, but there may be challenges ahead. CBS correspondent Nicole Killian reports from West Palm Beach, Florida.
House Republicans unveiled a spending bill aimed at heading off a federal government shutdown. The 99-page legislation would provide a slight boost to defense programs and cut non-defense spending below 2024 budget year levels. The measure, which faces objections from some Democrats, would keep the government funded through September. On his social media site, President Trump urged Republicans to vote yes for the bill. Meanwhile, a group of labor unions is taking action to block Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency from gaining access to millions of American Social Security data. A motion filed late Friday asks a federal court for an emergency order to stop DOJ from tapping into the sensitive information. In Washington Saturday, activists held a Don't Abandon Ukraine rally. This week, Senate Intelligence Vice Chair Mark Warner spoke about the Trump administration's move to end some intelligence sharing with Ukraine.
But if we are not sharing intelligence with Ukraine, which the CIA director said is the case, then they're doing huge damage to Ukraine's chances to defend itself.
And Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khomeini spoke out after Trump said he sent a letter offering to negotiate a nuclear deal with the Islamic Republic.
I'm not speaking out of strength or weakness. I'm just saying I'd rather see a peace deal than the other, but the other will solve the problem.
In a speech in Tehran, Khomeini accused the U.S. of bullying tactics. Nicole Killian, CBS News, West Palm Beach, Florida.
The federal government is offering Department of Health and Human Service workers voluntary severance packages. Many workers there can get up to $25,000 if they quit. Older employees have been offered an early retirement incentive. The 180 workers at the Center for Diseases and Control and Prevention who were fired then rehired this week are included. They have until next Friday to decide.